Look, the president is sympathetic to the fact that many communities are in pain. He has said that. He is very sympathetic to what people are feeling right now. He knows that it is a difficult time, and he respects that. He truly does.
There is a billionaire, Ray Dalio, quoted by the Financial Times. He's saying now that the chances of a civil war in this country are around 35 to 40%. Do you think the chances are that high?
I mean, I'm not in a place to give probabilities, or I don't gamble. I don't spend my time in Vegas, so I couldn't speak to that. But what I can say is the president has been really clear about the need to continue to fight for our democracy. As someone who was a senator for 36 years, he believes that people should respect each other, treat each other with dignity and civility. I'm not going to speak to what happened, obviously, in that hearing, but what we can say is someone who, a president, as I just stated, was a senator for some time, who knows how that place works. I think you have to treat people with dignity. You have to treat people with respect. It is important. It doesn't matter which side of the aisle you sit on. It is important to do that.
Does the president, who is a former chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, agree with the current chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee that Justice Alito should recuse himself from 20 cases involving the 2020 election or January 6th because of the reporting of the upside-down flag flown outside of his house?
So obviously we've seen the reporting, and I don't want to comment on the specific report on that reporting. What I can say more broadly is that the president believes that the American flag is sacred. You've heard him say that. As for anything else, the conduct or recusing himself, that is something for the court to decide. I just don't have anything else to add.
It's not a withholding. Just there was a pause put in place on a shipment of 2,000-pound bombs, and that pause is still in place. I can announce today that our National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, will travel to Saudi Arabia starting tomorrow. He'll be there to meet with Prime Minister and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to discuss bilateral and regional matters, including the war in Gaza, of course, and ongoing efforts to achieve a lasting peace and security in the region.
I have a question about the death toll in Gaza. Does President Biden have confidence in the casualty numbers coming out of Gaza?
The President watches this very, very closely, and you've heard him talk about, what specific number we're quoting or citing on any given day. I mean, we're doing the best we can, working with the Israelis to ascertain the scope of the civilian suffering, but it's obviously immense.
Has his confidence in the numbers coming out of Gaza increased since late October when he said he had no confidence in the numbers?
You've heard the president talk about the numbers and talk about the concern. And the most important thing